In the desolate expanse of the northern wilderness, under the eternal darkness of a sky that seldom smiled, there existed a quaint village, isolated, untouched by the passage of time. The village, cradled by ancient whispering woods and bordered by the unforgiving tundra, lived in harmony with the land, its people simple and hardy, their lives a testament to resilience against the unyielding elements. Yet, an unspoken fear pervaded the air, a collective dread that tied each villager's tongue when night fell and the stars unveiled their cold, indifferent light. The story begins with Elias, a young astronomer who arrived at the village, his heart aflame with the desire to unlock the mysteries of the heavens. Armed with his telescope and boundless curiosity, he sought to challenge the ancient superstitions that clouded the villagers' minds. They warned him, with hushed tones and wary glances cast upwards, of the ancient lore surrounding the night sky. What lies above, they said, is not for mortal eyes. But Elias, driven by his rational mind, dismissed their fears as mere folk tales, remnants of a time when science had not yet illuminated the darkness of ignorance. Night after night, Elias observed the stars, documenting their positions, marveling at their beauty, and pondering their secrets. Yet, as the days turned to weeks, a subtle change began to take root within him. He noticed patterns where none should exist, a certain alignment of stars that seemed to shift ever so slightly, defying the laws of nature as he knew them. A creeping unease began to gnaw at his sanity, the once comforting silence of the night now heavy with an oppressive dread. The villagers watched him change, saw the light of obsession in his eyes, and whispered amongst themselves, for they knew the signs all too well. They spoke of the old stories, of those who had gazed too long into the abyss above and had found it gazing back into them. They spoke of the disappearances, of those who had vanished without a trace. Their last words a mad ramble about the eyes in the sky, watching, waiting. Elias, now a shadow of his former self, became reclusive, his nights spent in feverish study, his days filled with incoherent mutterings of ancient, unknowable things. The villagers found his abandoned observatory one day, the telescope pointed towards a void in the starry tapestry, a void that seemed to swallow light itself. Elias was nowhere to be found. The story ends as it began, in the quiet, isolated village, where the people still whisper of the dangers that lurk in the heavens. The telescope remains untouched, a silent sentinel warning of the folly of prying into realms beyond human comprehension. The villagers live their lives, simple and unassuming, but when night falls, they do not look up. For they know deep in their hearts that some mysteries are not meant to be unveiled, and that true horror lies not in the known, but in the vast, unfathomable darkness that dwells above.